Alright, hey guys, Carrier Pops, and welcome to a long-awaited update on everything that's been going on. So if I start looking to the side and to the camera, to the side of the camera, it's because I'm recording with my recording phone that I have in the shop, and the screen just goes black because the phone is busted, but I can connect it to HDMI out, so I'm basically looking at my monitor to make sure I'm recording everything. So yeah, this is basically gonna be a big update on everything that's been going on in the shop. First update, I have a shop now. It has been amazing working in a shop. I no longer have to bother my wife and my son when I take all my cosplay stuff upstairs. Granted, I still take some stuff upstairs, but that's just basically me printing out patterns, put them together, and then bring it to the shop, or drafting designs. But it's not taking materials up there, so they're very happy about that. I am very happy about that. I can have my own space, and I don't have to bother anybody about it. So yeah, I'm gonna be showcasing you guys the space. So I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see that real quick. So let's look at the monitor real quick, and there we go. And hold on, let's make this bigger, and boom. So first off, you guys, I'm gonna be going from left to right. So left side, ooh, here you go. As you can see, I basically have all my costumes in a mess. It is a pretty big mess. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. It is a very, very big mess, but I know where everything is, so I'm gonna leave it as is before I fix it. And because once I fix everything, put it away, I can never find anything again. So yeah, on one corner over here, as you guys can see in the shoe holder, I basically have all my wigs. All of my wigs are there, all the past wigs that I bought, all the wigs that I use for cosplay or new stuff that I want to experiment. They're all there, and on the bottom of it, obviously you guys can see some hairspray, some combs, hair dryer, spray bottle, hair gel, just basically everything for me, how to style wigs. And of course, you guys can see here, there's some of my cosplays up and some new stuff that I have not showcased yet. I've made I made 3 new cosplays last year. 3? Yes, I made 3 new cosplays last year, which I was gonna put up as a tutorial video or just a showcase, but it's a little bit disheartening, a little bit sad. The hard drive that I used to put all my tutorials in basically busted. When I mean busted, all my past, like, oh my god, like 10 plus years of doing tutorials right now, basically they are gone. So a little bit disheartening. I'm still trying to see if I can fix the hard drive, or at least send it to somebody that can fix the hard drive, and just basically get those videos back, because that's just very disappointing and I'm just very upset about it. But I got a new hard drive, I've been storing it, I've been watching it, everything has been good so far. So thumbs up that it still stays up, the hard drive doesn't basically shit on itself. And behind all my costumes, as you guys can see, is basically some shelf holders, some organizers. On one side, you guys are probably thinking, man, that is a lot of foam this dude has. Yes, and I'll tell you why I have a lot of foam. So during the winter and spring season of Target, Target usually has, I don't know if you guys Targets have this, but in my Target and the Targets that I've been to, they usually have a $1 to $5 section where everything is priced at $1, $2, or $3 or so. And I saw this, it looks like it basically is called a kid's play mat. I touched it, I'm like, man, it feels like EVA foam. I'll take it home and see how it feels. And I basically built something with it, and I was like, oh my god, this is EVA foam. We have to go back and get it. My wife was very happy, because my wife loves to go to Target, and every time we went to Target, I got something that I wanted, and she got something that she wanted. And we're basically both happy. Target doesn't sell it no more, so I'm very disappointed. I am very sad. But I got me like 20 rolls, so I know I'm good if I want to do a big giant build. And the thing is, this is not flimsy foam. This is basically 4 to 5 millimeter thick foam. And here's a kicker. If you guys can see right there, well, if you guys can't see it, but the foam roll was $5. So it's basically 24 inches by 60 inches. So that basically is 2 feet by 5 feet or so. And it was 4 millimeter thick. And that was basically $5. If you guys want to get that, that's usually a 4 millimeter foam that is 24 by 60. That's usually going to run you up to $20. I got it for $5. So It was a steal. I had to get it. So usually I will buy like 10 rolls at a time, or even 20. I think the most rolls that I bought was basically 14 at a time, and it cost me like, oh my god, what's 5 times 14? Uh, a lot. It cost me like around $70, which usually would cost like 300 to get all this foam that I have. So basically, I'm super happy. The only downside is not really a downside. It's a kid's playmat, so it has like animal print designs. So it's very cute looking. Like one is an alpaca, one is an elephant, and one is a tiger. So I was just like, okay, it's whatever. You know, it's gonna get painted, it's gonna be drawn on, and it doesn't matter. But it's very cute. So yes, I have a lot of foam, and there's gonna be a lot of crazy foam builds that I'm gonna be doing. And next to the foam is basically all my fabric. Now I did a lot of throwing materials out. Meaning, because I want to learn how to use the proper fabric, I want to learn how to research fabric and what different type of fabric I can use, and what is gonna be used for making a costume. So I took a lot of my fabric, I threw it out. It was just, you know, it basically was just like, I want to make my stuff look better and not use cheap materials. And I just want my stuff to last twice as long. Because the stuff that I made before, yes, they last long, but I have gone to now 2 sewing machines, and basically the 2 sewing machines have broken because the quality of the material, the fabric, is just so bad that it's not meant to be used for that. So I'm just basically taking my time learning how to use proper fabric, and I basically threw half of the fabric that I had, and I still kept the good ones that I've ordered and kept over the years. So that's basically what I did. One side is the fabric, and the other side is the foam. So it's very organized, so it's not all over the place or all over the bins like I had it before. So yeah, that's basically the main section of my costume and display. My materials. As you can see here, I have this tiny little container. Basically, it has some of my glue, some of my adhesives, and basically some of my paint brushes and some of my paints. And a couple hangers that I can basically use. I'm gonna be fixing on top. I have a tiny shelf up there for display for some of the toys that I have that I've been collecting over the years, and some figures. But I'm gonna be putting that in my bedroom where I basically have the computer, and I can just build shelves, and that stuff can be there for helmets. So yeah, now on to the main table. So this is one of the tables right here. As you can see, it's basically a big mess. But what shop is not a mess? Because honestly, no shop is ever clean if you're constantly there every day. So this is basically what my space looks like. Now I'm gonna be getting into this in a minute. So let me go from left to right. I'm gonna be getting into this in a minute because you guys are probably wondering, what does he have on the other side of the wall? I'll get into that. Let's just focus right here. All right. So basically, right here, what I wanted to do like a display wall of everything that I had. So I basically took some of the pegboards that I used to have upstairs. I bought me a couple more. I painted them black so I can basically match up with the gray, white, black that I painted over the walls. And I just wanted to have some props up in display. And you guys are gonna see some couple new stuff like the Hylian shield, the Deku shield, the Kokiri sword, some new swords that I have up on display, some stuff that I have not finished. Basically, I was doing a couple costumes last year. I had a plan that I was gonna do a kid link and adult link for my son, but something happened that the fabric just disappears. I really don't understand how the fabric just disappeared, honestly. I looked all over the house for everything, and I found small pieces of the fabric, and also the fabric shrunk. So I was just very upset, and I was just honestly not gonna wait and order new fabric and cut it and trace it all over again. So I just basically left that project to the side. I still have the weapons finished, which I'm very happy that I have all the weapons finished. So if I want to, one of these days, I can just make the outfit all over again. I can make the outfit all over again. Ooh, sorry about that. But for now, basically all the props are there. And you guys can see some new props. I basically made Sanemi's sword from her friend Cass. They dressed as Sanemi last Colossal. They needed a sword real quick, and I told them, I'll make a sword. You can model with it. And I can just post it on my Etsy so it can look like a finished product. So they were very, they were happy. Not they were happy, they were just like, all right, I'll do it. I'll take a couple pictures of my cosplay, and then you could use it to use it as model for your Etsy store. So we basically ended up in a win. I got a Darksaber that I got from Target because I eventually was going to do a Mando cosplay. That never came to fruition because I was basically working in and out, and the cosplay was not good. I threw it out. Oh, sorry about that. I got Inosuke swords. I basically dressed as Inosuke last year. I made a video about it. That I was selling the muscle piece that I wore for Inosuke, and I put up a couple pictures what the Inosuke cosplay looked like. I have the head somewhere around here, and the head somewhere around here in this shed. In here. You know what? I'll pause it. I'll pause the recording real quick so you guys can see the head. And still recording. Yes, it's still recording. So this is basically what the Inosuke head looked like. I made it. Like I said, I did a video all on it. I recorded all the process and steps. The video was just it just went to shambles. And like I said, I'll probably most likely do an in-depth video, me showcasing and talking about it, and then having pictures going through the video as well. But that'll be for another time. So yes, I did Inosuke. I basically did the swords, the little loincloth looking thing that he had. I just basically love dressing as Inosuke. I'll do him again, but I'll do him justice. And of course, a couple of my Devil May Cry sword stuff that I have up here. Also some new swords, you guys probably might tell what it is. So this big sword right there, that honestly just looks awesome and amazing. I love it. Is basically from Genshin Impact. This is basically a sword that Arataki Ito uses. And yes, that means I'm gonna be dressing up as Arataki Ito, the lovable Onin that everybody just basically just goes crazy for. And I just love the character because it's just so funny as hell. And I'm gonna be in a Genshin Impact group with a couple of my friends. So it's gonna be really, really cool and dope to be shooting Genshin characters, because I wanted to do a Beidou first, but the costume didn't really fit me. At first I wanted to do Zhongli, then I wanted to do Dialogue, and then D-Look. And then when I saw Arataki Ito, I'm like, no, this is the character I have to do because he's so cool looking. I just love his design and everything. He's just a lovable dork, and that's basically my personality. I just like to be loud, crazy, and just basically lovable everybody. So yeah, I basically made the sword, and no, I did not make the outfit because one, the outfit was way too detailed. Two, it would have been too time consuming, and three, I would have never finished it. So I bought the outfit. That review is gonna be coming out hopefully this Friday. Me talking about the cosplay that I got for Arataki Ito. I got it from World Cosplay. I'm gonna be going into detail in that video, so hopefully it's gonna be out this Friday. So yeah, this is basically a sword that I made, and don't worry, I recorded every step and every process of the sword. It's safe, it's good, and once the cosplay comes out, or when I'm done with basically the cosplay and everything, I'm gonna start putting up tutorial videos on basically on how I did everything. Now, a second character that I'm actually doing this year. If you guys already know, I did Inosuke from Demon Slayer. Now, this is basically another Demon Slayer character that I've been wanting to do since I finished reading the manga. And I'm just excited for when they finally showcase him in the anime in this new season coming out. This is basically Yorishi's sword from Demon Slayer. So if you guys are caught up with the manga or caught up with the anime, you will know who Yorishi is. Technically and not technically, he's like Tanjiro's descendant, but not really at the same time. People confuse him to being Tanjiro's father. He's not really Tanjiro's father. He's just a family friend of Tanjiro's ancestors, and basically he became like the descendant of the fire breathing technique, and it's just this whole crazy thing. But basically, I'm gonna be dressing up as Yorishi this year. And I'm basically making the costume. The costume is in pieces somewhere. I have some patterns that I still have yet to finish. But besides me dressing as Yorishi, my son is going to be dressing as Mini Tanjiro. And then my wife is going to be dressing as Yorishi's wife, as Ura. And I'm going to be making her outfit as well. And I'm just really excited for that, because we're going to look really, really cute walking together. And just my son being a Mini Tanjiro is going to be really, really cute. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Ito. I'm going to be doing Yorishi. And another cosplay right here. So if you guys can't figure out what sword is this right here, put it in the comments below. Like, I really want to know your guys' guesses. What sword is this from? Because I sent this to a couple of my friends. They really don't know what sword it's from unless I told them what it was. They honestly thought it was Warhammer or like something out of WoW or some crazy futuristic looking thing. Also, you guys are not wrong, but you guys are wrong at the same time. So if you guys can figure out what sword is this from, put it in the comments below. And for the people, for my close friends that actually know what I'm doing, don't put the answer. That's cheating. Let the other people guess. But yeah, let's move on. This is basically my other main work table. It is a mess. It is the biggest mess you'll ever see because that is how a shop is. Because once I clean up my shop and organize everything, I cannot find anything. So once I'm doing builds, I'm basically just leaving it a mess so I can know where everything is. And this is basically my other main table. Right here, this is my other main table. Right now, I'm basically making a muscle suit because when am I not making a muscle suit? Close that so you guys don't see me and my wife's conversation. So basically me making a muscle suit, fixing it for the Arataki Ito costume that I'm doing because he's very muscular on top. And I just know, I don't know why, but I'm attracted to cosplays that I can just, like the character with the shirt open. I'm like, I don't know why, that's my aesthetic. I love that. That's my favorite genre, characters, shirt opens, cosplay. I do not know why. But I'm basically making the arms again because the arms were a little bit too beefy. But I'm going to be using those arms for something else. So in the same way, it turned out good. So yeah, this is basically my recording table. This is my main heavy working table. And this is basically where I have all my foam props, all my foam shields, my foam swords, everything. All my cosplays that I have up on display. My wigs, my fabric, and then my foam. And some stuff hidden over here. Now, let's talk about this side of the wall. Now, I'm basically already made an announcement. I made it as a post, but I'm going to be saying it here in video. I am going to be doing and working on a second channel. Now, as you guys can tell, you guys already know what this second channel is going to be about. So recently, I got into a new hobby. By new hobby, I mean I always wanted to get into the Nerf hobby, into the Dart Blaster hobby, but either just never got into it, or it was just too time consuming, or I just didn't know. I just really didn't know anything about it besides people were just going crazy about these Nerf blasters and modifying them and doing all this crazy stuff. I got into it, and basically the bug bit me, and I've been crazy ever since. So you guys can see I have a plethora of blasters up here in the wall, some down there, some down here that are not even finished yet. I actually have full outfits and full loadouts. Ooh, the shirt went down, that's fine. And I basically have blasters in pieces right here. Let me just pick this shirt up so I don't step on it. And pick this up too. There we go. Don't fall down. Alright, awesome. So yeah, basically I'm gonna be doing a second channel, and that second channel is gonna be talking about Nerf blasters, doing modifying Nerf blasters, doing cosplays with Nerf blasters. Just basically it's gonna be a Nerf and Dart Blaster oriented channel, because I did not want to put these two, the Nerf blaster stuff and then my cosplay stuff, into one channel, because it was not gonna be a good mix. And basically I want to have two different audiences. I want to have one for my cosplay, and then one for my new Nerf hobby. And I basically have a lot to go over. Like I have a lot to go over. I've done a couple mods already, and it's just been crazy ever since. And I already have a couple reviews that I've done, and I'm gonna be putting up onto the second channel. So consider this my second channel announcement. I am basically gonna be working on a second channel that's gonna be going along with my cosplay channel. So one's gonna be for Nerf, and then one's gonna be for my cosplay. So yeah, that's basically it. Literally basically it on everything that's been going on. So let me flip the camera real quick, if I can do that. There you go. Now you guys can see my ugly mug. So yeah, that is basically it. I've been going on for around 20 minutes or so. Don't want to go any longer in that. So yeah, this update video is gonna be coming out Wednesday. When I say the review video is gonna be coming out around this coming Friday or so. Also, yes, let me touch upon that. My computer recently got on fire. By what I mean my computer caught on fire, I mean the graphics card just caught on fire. It combusted. It decided, you know what, that's it, I'm out, I'm done, I'm not doing this no more. And it just caught on fire. But luckily I had the stock graphic card that came with it, and that's been useful so far. But I haven't done no video editing work, so I'm gonna try to do some video editing work see if it goes through. It might take longer doing the video editing or rendering a video, but it's just really expensive to buy a graphics card right now. I have a specific graphic card because I do not want to buy just a boo-boo graphics card that's gonna die within the next month or so. I've been saving up, trying to buy a new graphics card, and I just basically been looking at reviews. But you know, things come first. I got my family. There's bills coming out. That's just stuff, and it'll just take time, honestly, for me to amass to get basically a new graphics card. But luckily, the graphics card that came with the original parts of the computer, I still had it. I can still plug it in. It still works fine. Funny enough, I can run some low-end games on it. So if I can run some low-end games on it, I can do some low-end editing. Now, meaning my video quality is not going to decrease. If I have to, I'll edit on this phone and just basically put it up and I'll have a watermark. But I want to try to edit on my computer. If it works well, if it takes longer to edit, or if it takes longer to render, I'll just have that because I can have my videos up and uploaded in advance. So yeah, that is basically it. That is the update to my new shop that I'm very happy to have. I can finally have my own space and I can just blast music, work as long as I want, have crazy builds that nobody will know until I'm done with them. And yeah, that's basically all I ever wanted. So welcome to my shop. There's going to be a lot of crazy fun builds here. They're going to be continuing some cosplays projects that have been left to the side, like my Cyberpunk project. Don't worry, my Cyberpunk project, I got something crazy planned for it, but this is going to be after I'm done with these 3 cosplays that I'm going to be working this year. So yeah, this has been Carrier Props. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this small update. Like I said, this is going to be coming out Wednesday. Watch out for Friday. There's going to be a review video for the Arataki Ito role cosplay costume. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep an eye out for the second channel. I'm going to be making a quick announcement. Be like, hey, this is the second channel. If you guys like Nerf blasters or modding Nerf blasters, this channel is going to be for you. And it's just basically a new hobby that I wanted to explore. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Gonna be new videos coming up, and also some in-depth cosplay reviews or cosplay showcase that I've done that sadly my hard drive died, but I can still showcase and talk about it. So this has been Carrier Pops. Thank you guys so much for watching.